It has been almost a year since 6-year-old Mia Decker lost her life while trying to cross an intersection in North Las Vegas. Since then, lights have been installed, more signs have been posted to try and prevent another tragedy. News 3's Paul Matadine joins us live from the scene there. That's at El Camino and El Dorado near Tropical. Paul, you spoke to little Mia's mother today, and even with all the improvements, she's not exactly convinced it's enough.
That's right, Gerard. Well, first of all, I should mention I was out here when this accident happened, and anybody that was out here, they remember it very vividly, and it's kind of eerie to come back because of just how difficult it was for everyone involved. But like you mentioned, I spoke to Mia's mom this evening. We went over some of the safety features that were added to this area. For example, take a look here. Now there's warning lights. So when you press this, you can see that these lights give cars an indication that someone is crossing the street. Despite that, when we had that interview with her earlier, we learned that a lot more needs to be done. This is kind of the handiwork that came from such a tough tragedy.
Yes, you know, it took, unfortunately, our daughter passing away for people to really realize that this area is a problem.
After months of mourning the loss of little Mia Decker, her mom, Michelle Terry, along with this close-knit North Las Vegas community, raised money to install these extra signs and these flashing lights, the hopes that the tragic accident that took Mia's life would never happen again.
All right, so let's try this.
All right.
This is good. This is good to see these people stopping, isn't it? Thank you guys.
Except for you!
Oh my gosh, even still.
Wow!
What just happened, almost too emotional to bear. Mia's mother, her sister, and myself hit the newly designed crosswalk. We began crossing, and in the exact same lane and fashion as her little daughter got hit and killed, a truck sped past 3 other stopped cars. If we had been just feet ahead, we would have been hit.
Am I right? Isn't that the same lane where she ran? What we just saw was almost the exact scenario.
It was the same lane, yep. Yeah, and I've had this very, very often. This has happened over here to me.
Yeah,
and usually it's the same lane, and that's the part that scares me.
Yeah, because the people on the other side stopped, just like they did with your daughter, and that one person just kept going.
So while there could be anger, frustration, or even rage, instead, there was just this heart-clenching, somber sadness. Because on the day when Mia Decker's legacy was remembered with steps towards caution, front and center, we saw there is still much more work ahead.
You know, you've seen on the news constantly that somebody is getting hit, they're not dying, or sadly they're passing away, and those are things you never want to have to read about, because it makes you, as you know, as a parent that this has already happened to, you relive it all over again.
Okay, and Mia's mom told me that for a fresh start, she's actually moving in 2 weeks to Washington, D.C., but she tells me that she certainly hopes that even when she's gone, number one, she hopes that police enforce the rules both with traffic violators and pedestrians. She doesn't want to see any jaywalking because she says that that is part of the problem, but also she hopes that the city continues to improve crosswalks. Everything kind of has to work together, she says, to make sure everyone is safe. Reporting live in North Las Vegas, I'm Paul Matadine. Gerard, back to you.
Well, it certainly is discouraging to see the people in that area still not paying attention, Paul. Thanks for that report. Appreciate it. The money to pay for the crosswalk, by the way, came from a joint effort by the community and the city. Decker's mother and others raised half the funds to get the lighted beacon and signs installed.